Hello and welcome. My name is Faye, and Claude normally joins me, but today he's not feeling it, so he's not here, but we can just imagine he's in the bed over there. Anyways, welcome to our 30-minute slow flow yoga class, beginner friendly, here to help reduce and relieve some stress, invite in a little relaxation to help us prepare for the rest of the evening or day or wherever you are. If you are here tuning in, feel free to drop a comment down below letting me know where in the world you are tuning in from and also how this practice goes for you. So let's go ahead and get started. All you need is a place to move around. If you'd like additional props and you have them, maybe blocks or a blanket, but none of these props are necessary for today's class. So for the beginning of class, we'll be starting in child's pose. So if you want to meet me on your knees, and you're welcome to always put a blanket under the sit bones here on the ankles, or maybe you want a pillow for in between the legs to rest the chest on. Whatever you can do to make yourself most comfortable. Otherwise, you can play around with keeping the knees together, or maybe you create some space in between the legs and allow yourself to walk down to the mat and rest your forehead onto the ground. Allow yourself to come in contact with the floor and notice what it feels like to be supported in this shape. Often when we are stressed, it can be disorienting. So I like to come close to the ground and allow us to feel really connected and supported here. In this posture, maybe you just rock your forehead side to side, becoming aware of the connection with the ground. See if you can let your body become heavy and really feel supported wherever you are. Start to tune into the breath, noticing where it is, where you feel it the strongest, and being gentle and kind with yourself to remember that there's no wrong way to breathe or to feel in this posture. As we start to settle in, maybe you start to make yourself a little more comfortable, so maybe that's wiggling the legs out a little further apart to make space for the abdomen. Or maybe you're walking your hands out further in front of you, or even by the sides of your legs with the palms face up, whichever feels most comfortable. And return back to the feeling of the breath as it moves in through the nose, and either out through the mouth or nose. See if you can notice the breath in all four sides of the body. So on the inhale, feeling the abdomen swell, the sides create space in between the rib cage, and the back body rise. And then on the exhale, feeling the back soften towards the ground, the ribs come back in, and the belly sinks to the ground. Inhale. And exhale. Stay with your breath here. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth or nose. Throughout this practice, I'll be offering guidance to you using your breath. Again, when we are stressed, we find ourselves maybe ruminating or more spacey, or maybe with too many things to do on our to-do list. So for this stress relieving practice, try your best to focus your attention only on the breath, only on the movements and how you're feeling in your body, and let everything else go, remembering it'll be there when you need it next time. Everything you need right now is all within you. All you simply need to do is show up and be present. On your next inhale, slowly begin to walk yourself back up onto your knees. And we'll inhale our hands up to the sky. And exhale, hands down to heart center. Excellent. We'll do that just 2 more times together. Inhale, hands up to the sky. And exhale, hands down to heart center. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale, hands down to heart center. We'll interlace our fingers and just slowly start to move the wrists around from side to side. Maybe you're making some infinity signs, whatever it is, or just rolling out the wrists as we start to prepare and warm up the body. So let's inhale and send our hands out nice and forward. And then exhale, we're going to flip so we show our palms out. Start to round through the back and tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale, palms up to the sky. Exhale, drop the shoulders down and away from the ears. Release the hands back down to the ground. And we'll inhale our hands up to the sky, look up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. We'll make our way onto our hands and knees. So our wrists are right under our shoulders and our knees are right under our hips. Tabletop position. The crown of the head is reaching out long and the sit bones are reaching back behind us. Let's inhale, tuck the toes, drop the belly, shine the heart forward for cow pose. Exhale, release the toes back to the ground, push into the hands, tuck the chin to the chest and round through the back, cat pose. Inhale, tuck the toes, shine the heart forward, cow pose. Exhale, release the toes down to the ground and tuck the chin to the chest, cat pose. Find a couple more at your own breath and at your own pace. Going only as fast or as slow as you like tonight. Seeing if you can extend the inhales nice and slow. And make the exhales the same duration or even longer. And maybe wherever you are, you start to add some circles, so slowly moving around on the hands and the knees in one direction. And then reversing the directions. You can add any other organic movement that might feel good to you. So maybe you are rocking side to side or tucking your chin and moving into some cow and cat poses. It doesn't have to look like anything. Just allow yourself to really tune into what feels good and right for you this evening. And when you feel even on both sides, allow yourself to return back to neutral. Bring the big toe mounds together to touch and send the hips back to the heels, child's pose. Relax the forehead onto the mat. And let's inhale, walk our hands and lift our head over to one side. And relax the head down. Press into the ground. Press the hips to the ground. As we find a nice little gentle side body stretch. Inhale, return back to center. Exhale, lower the forehead to the ground. And then inhale, lift the forehead up and walk over to the other side of your mat. And then exhale, lower the forehead down to the ground. Press into the mat, press into the ground. Feel a nice side body stretch. And we'll inhale, return back to center. Find our neutral tabletop position. And we'll tuck our toes. And take just a moment to inhale, lift our knees off of the ground, press into the ground with the hands. So you might even notice like a rounding through the back, similar to our cat pose. And then exhale, lower the knees back down. And this time we'll inhale, lift our knees, and then send our hips up and back for our first downward facing dog. Heels can stay lifted, hands press evenly into the ground. The head is relaxed between the arms. And slowly begin to walk your dog from side to side, pedaling out the heels. And wherever you are, maybe you inhale, lift the heels up. Exhale, press the belly towards the thighs. Inhale, lower one heel toward the ground. And exhale, lower the other heel. Do that one more time. Inhale, both heels up to the ground. Exhale, one heel towards the ground. And then exhale the other heel. Excellent. Inhale, roll out to plank. Option to lower to the knees. And allow the arms to stay hugged into the body as we slowly lower down all the way down to the belly. Forehead relaxes on the ground. And our hands come under our shoulders. As we inhale, lift the heart using the back muscles here. Shine the heart forward for a baby cobra. And then exhale, lower the forehead to the ground. Inhale, return back to tabletop. Exhale, sink the hips back to the heels, child's pose. Inhale, return back to your neutral tabletop position. Take one round of cow and cat. Inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart forward. Exhale, push into the ground, round through the back, tuck the chin to the chest, cat pose. Return back to your neutral tabletop. And on your next inhale, we tuck our toes and send our hips up and back for a downward facing dog. Excellent. Inhale the right leg up to the sky, and exhale, step it forward in between the hands. Lower that knee down to the ground. So our knee is stacked over our ankle, and you're up on your fingertips here. When you find that you are balanced and stable here, if you need more stability, option to always walk the foot out a little bit further out to the side to offer yourself a little more space for the hips and stability. So we walk our hands up to our knees. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, drop the shoulders down and away from the ears. Excellent. Inhale, hands reach for the sky. Fingers kiss, and exhale, hands down to heart center. Excellent. Inhale, hands back up to the sky. And exhale, right hand goes back behind you for a little twist. And then inhale, return back to center. Right knee pushes out over towards the pinky toe. And then exhale, frame the foot. Tuck the back toe, step back to plank, and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, lower the knees and lower all the way down to the belly. Inhale for baby cobra. And exhale, lower the face down to the mat. Return back to your neutral tabletop and send the hips back to the heels, child's pose. Inhale to tabletop. Neutral table, again, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Tuck the toes, inhale, cow pose. Release the toes, exhale, cat pose. Inhale, tuck the toes. Exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Notice if one side feels different from the other, now that we've done one low lunge on one side. If there's no difference, that's fine as well. Just simply allowing ourselves to really tune into how we are feeling in this moment. All right, so inhale that left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it forward in between the hands. Lower that back knee down to the ground. Again, find stability. So maybe create space with the legs between the hips. Come up on the fingertips. Inhale, walk yourself back up all the way. So your knee is stacked over your ankle. You're evenly pressing into the back foot and the front foot. We inhale, hands come up to the sky. Exhale, shoulders down and away from the ears. Fingertips kiss. And exhale, hands down to heart center. Excellent. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, left hand reaches back behind you for another twist. Beautiful. Inhale, return back to center. And exhale, frame the foot. Tuck the back toe, lift the knee, and step back to plank pose. Lower down to the knees or lower all the way down to the belly. Inhale for baby cobra, or maybe you press up into cobra, extending the arms out long, or upward facing dog by lifting the kneecaps off the ground. And then we exhale to downward facing dog. Walk the dog, alternating the heel towards the ground. Notice how the body feels now. Return back to plank pose, lower down to the knees. And we'll find a comfortable, easy seated position. Inhale the hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands down to heart center. 2 more times just like that. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands up to the sky, look up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Excellent. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, lower right hand to the ground and slowly start to bend over to the right side, feeling a nice stretch in the left side body here. Option to always lower down to the forearm or use a block or support under the hand, whichever feels most supportive for you today. And see if you can relax your shoulder down and away from the ears and really pull the shoulder back so we're opening up the chest. Inhale, hands back up. Exhale to the other side now. So the right arm reaches over to the left, so we feel a nice stretch in the right side body. The right shoulder pulls back gently as we open up the chest. Inhale, return back to center. Exhale, hands down to the knees. We'll take our feet out into butterfly pose. So soles of the feet come together. Legs out wide. You're welcome to also have any blanket or support under the knees here if that's what would support you best this evening. Otherwise, we will take a nice breath in for the nose. And exhale, slowly start to hinge forward at the hips, noticing where and how far you can go. You might not move very far, and that's perfectly fine. So we're allowing ourselves to just simply see where that is. And then exhale, see if we can start to round through the back. And lower our hand face towards the ground. Use our breath to breathe into the areas of tension or tightness that we might be experiencing. Maybe you notice with each exhale, you can maybe move just a little bit closer towards the ground. And with each inhale, you find a little more softening in the body. And on your next inhale, slowly start to press yourself back up. Maybe you give your feet a little gentle massage here. And we'll take our knees up together. And we'll roll all the way down to our backs here. And take a nice full body stretch. Extend the arms overhead and point the toes out nice and long. And then exhale, draw one leg into the body. And then the next. For a nice little hug right here. Maybe we start to rock side to side if it feels good on the low back. You can take hands to the knees. Inhale, push the knees away. And then exhale, draw the knees in. Inhale, push the knees away. Exhale, draw the knees in. Inhale, push the knees away. And exhale, draw the knees in. Take the left foot and allow the sole of the foot to find the ground. Hug the right leg into the body. Option to extend the left leg out long if it feels comfortable for you. And we'll do a nice little squeeze on the right leg, stretching out the back. And we'll bring that left leg back into the body. Yourself a little squeeze and extend the right leg out onto the ground, sole of the foot on the ground. Squeeze the left leg into the chest and then exhale, extend the leg out, the right leg out if you'd like. Excellent. So let's inhale, bring both legs back into the body, and then extend our hands out into a nice little T. Bring our legs to a 90-degree angle, and then we're going to exhale, lower them over to the right side. The shoulders stay planted on the ground. Option to always add blankets or cushions between the legs, under the legs. And the gaze can be straight at the sky or maybe over the left shoulder to bring the twist all the way up into the left side or into the neck. Breathe into the twist. Notice what it feels like. Option to always use your right hand and press it onto the right or onto the left thigh to kind of maybe deepen the sensation of the twist, or to allow yourself to feel the breath as it moves in the abdomen area. If the hand was on the body, you can relax it back out to this T shape. We'll return the gaze back to the center. Inhale, draw the knees in. Exhale, give the knees and legs a little squeeze. Maybe you tuck the chin to the chest. And relax the head back down to the mat. Bring the legs back out into a tabletop position. And exhale, lower them over to the left side. Shoulders stay planted onto the ground here. And the gaze can stay in the sky or maybe over the right shoulder. Breathe into this twist. Notice what it feels like for you on this side. Relax the face, relax the jaw. Option to take that left hand on the right leg, right thigh, or abdomen area to either help with the twist or notice the sensation of the breath. And release the hand if it was on the body, back out to the side. Inhale the knees back up to the sky. Exhale, give them a gentle squeeze. Maybe you tuck the chin to the chest. Give yourself a little hug. And then exhale, extend the legs and the arms out for a nice full body stretch here. Maybe you start to just gently point or flex the toes. Roll out the wrists, the fingers. And wherever you are, you can allow yourself to relax down for a Shavasana pose. But before we do that, we'll try one of my little favorite exercises I like to use to help me reconnect to the breath. It's great when I'm feeling stressed out and my mind feels scattered. So simply start to relax the face, relax the shoulders. Allow yourself to be fully supported here by this ground beneath you. The feet can roll out to the sides. The body can feel heavy. All the hard work is done. Now we're simply going to tune into our breath. Perhaps you imagine the breath flowing in the left nostril and then flowing out through the right nostril. It obviously isn't going to flow through only one nostril, but we're just simply imagining that breath to make this kind of circular or orbital motion as we breathe in one nostril and we exhale out the other. If your mind begins to wander off to something else, remember that it's okay. That's what the brain naturally wants to do. So if you notice that happening, gently and kindly return back to observing the breath and imagining it going through one nostril and out through the other. If you're following the breath through the nostril, feel free to release that and simply just tune back into the breath, allowing it to flow naturally. We'll stay here for just a few moments to help us soak in our practice, to let our body relax, let our face relax, our mind, release the jaw, the hips, the shoulders, the knees, the ankles, all the way to the toes. Let everything fully relax. Slowly start to bring movement back into the fingers. Start to wiggle the toes. Noticing the sensations of movement. And let's inhale our right arm back behind us and roll over onto our right side, keeping the eyes soft or fully closed here. And on your next inhale, slowly start to push yourself back up into a easy seat, whichever feels most comfortable for you. Keep the eyes soft. Inhale the hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands down to heart center here. And maybe you just take a moment to practice a little gratitude for taking this time out of your day to connect with your breath, to be present, to say hello to your body. Thank yourself for taking this time to practice. And wherever you are, maybe you bow your chin to your chest and just say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blink the eyes open, welcoming yourself back into your physical space. Let's take one big breath in together. In through the nose, fill all the way up. Open the mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. If you were here, feel free to leave a comment down below letting me know how this class went for you. And if this is your jam, make sure to come back next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for another 30-minute relaxing yoga flow class. So I can't wait to hear how this class went for you. And again, if you enjoyed this, make sure to leave a comment down below so I know to continue offering this. And if you have any suggestions, comments, or feedback, feel free to also leave that down in the comments as well. Again, thanks so much for practicing with me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night or week wherever you are. Bye.